Okay, good afternoon, everybody. It is time for another webinar. Today we're going to cover setting up lectures in libraries from contact to close. Let me make sure everybody can see what's going on. I'm going to go, so if anyone has questions along the way, please just go ahead and type them. I will see them and keep an eye on them. So should anybody ask questions as we go along, I want to make sure I address them. Okay, so here we go. So your local library, recreational center, assisted living community, town hall, police stations, or hospitals make great locations for outside lectures. Hold on, guys. Not moving from me here. So simply contact those locations. I think we just hit the mouse here. Simply contact those locations and inform them that you're with our national nonprofit organization, the Foundation for Wellness Professionals. Because we are a 501c3 nonprofit, they must make their name available to you. And you can show them one of our new brochures. So this one's not so new. This is, you can get at LK Graphics. It is the proposal. This is a wellness day proposal and workshops. And it shows the proud sponsors of the Foundation of Wellness Professionals. The proposal is to introduce you and tells you that we're a 501c3. They can go to the website that's at the bottom, and they could type in their zip code or your zip code where your office is, and your name will immediately pop up as being one of their representatives. So you can review all of their past sponsors, many of which, I mean, they'll glaze over just enough to vote, identify one name or two that they can associate with and know that you're for real. And then you provide a couple of different types of programs. Wellness days. Of course, when you do the wellness days, you're going to do, you could do the pass win or pass fail screening setup that I showed you and did a previous webinar on, where you're going to do orthostatic blood pressure to talk about adrenal gland insufficiency, pH strips to see if people are toxic. I get, $30, $40 battery operated BMI machines. And then nose to toes. It makes for a great wellness day screening. You could sell that. You could, maybe they don't want something so detailed and intricate. They just want massages. You can do massage days. So you can tell them they can pick and choose. Maybe they just want a lecture or a lunch and learn. Here are some of the lunch and learn workshops. Carpal tunnel, stay fit while you sit. A very good one to pitch at businesses. Stress is still my favorite. That's a home run because takes you right into adrenal gland insufficiency, which no one knows about, is unique, and people think you're cool to bring it to their attention. But you work that right into pain, and also balancing hormones naturally, again, takes you into adrenal gland insufficiency. This is the one that we've made for Soul Focus. We made our own. I think we wanted to update it. So if anybody wants this, I'm happy to send it to you. Please just email me, either me or Eileen. I'm at Dr. Raj at soulfocus.com. And Eileen is E. Spears, SPEARS, at soulfocus.com. We get you a copy of this so you can make your own. So I also have a graphic designer. So if you wanted to customize this for you, he could probably do that for you if that's something you want to do. But again, these are available at LK Graphics, and they'll customize it for your office. And we just kind of updated it for us. We have the spa, we have the fitness center. So, and you can see on the left-hand side, these are how we advertise the different. We do a Biggest Loser competition because we have the gym. You could still do that in the office without a gym. The pass fail, which is the wellness test. We'll do a health fair. I've created, nice relationships with doctors in the area. The Red Cross, it's great. You can go and you can do health fairs and for corporations, and you could head it up. And of course, I do a health fair. I could do it all my own office. So we do the gym, the spa, and the practice, and maybe I'll bring in a dentist or podiatrist to complement everything that we're doing. So, and the lecture series, and then on the right-hand side, just a list of different lectures and series that we can do. So the stress management, 5 secrets to permanent weight loss. Instead of 5 secrets to permanent weight loss, I like calling that one how to turn your body into a fat burning machine. It's the same presentation. Balancing hormones naturally. So it's just cool. It's just I thought it was more appealing to the eye. So here you can get these on the website, the Singer website, of course. These posters and flyers that you could use, because I'm going to talk about them in a second and how you're going to utilize them for your benefit to get more people to the library lecture. These are downloadable. Again, a little dated, so I'm working on updating everything to give them a sharper look, and that's coming. So, and then all of these would be flyers inside of this proposal. And then the back, of course, is your business card. We messed that up in ours. You'll see we didn't put a business card. Now we'll staple it to it, but I thought this was a nice touch right there. Proposal packet. Okay, so this is LK Graphics. This is what they'll send you. And again, I'm happy to send you ours as well. And you can work with your own graphic designer and just customize your own. So your script too is as follows to the person who's in charge at the library. Hey, I'm Dr. Raj Gupta. I'm a local wellness consultant, and I'm a community volunteer with the Foundation for Wellness Professionals. That's a 501c3 corporation, similar to like the Red Cross. But instead of doing blood drives, we go out, and our mission is to help as many people as possible in our community with different health topics. And we do community workshops as a way of donating our time. I would like to know if I can get a meeting room for about 20 people. It says here to do once a month, but I think that's kind of pushing your luck. I think at hello, I would probably say I would like to get a meeting room for 20 people to do a workshop and a different one of. I think you come into it with the workshop in mind. So for me, it would be stress. So I like to come in and get a room for about 20 people to do a stress reduction workshop. I'm a stress reduction expert. I have a number of articles that have been published in national magazines regarding how to beat stress and how to navigate your way through it. And I'd like to have one of these educational seminars, of course, at no charge, in one of your rooms in the evening time around 7 p.m. if possible, please. Here's the anticipated response. That would be fine. Let me see what we have available. Now, is it that easy? It's pretty much that easy. I mean, I certainly want to bring in some other things. I'm about to show you that, like I have a certificate. Here's my certificate from the Foundation for Wellness Professionals. I think that's a little bit more professional and let them know. Mine's old. I don't know when we took a picture of this. This is one of my older ones from 16. Don't do that. Make sure you have an updated one. If you need one, we can get one to you. Please email me. We'll take care of that. But don't go with an old one like I just showed. And that's pretty much it. You go in, you find the person that's most important, meaning that you go to the desk and say, I'm a local wellness provider. I belong to a nonprofit group, and we go around and we speak and donate our time to the community as physicians. I'm Dr. Gupta. I'd like to speak to the person about possibly getting a meeting room for about 20 people to conduct an educational lecture there on stress reduction. And they will point you to the right person if they are not that person. And you speak to them. And that's what you go in and you say. And it says here, I'd rather do it on a Tuesday, and if not available on a Monday or Wednesday, and that's important because you want to do your lectures early in the week so that you can book prospective patients later that week, because the sooner you get them into the office, the more likely you are to get them as a patient. So once a lecture is scheduled, tell the person in charge that you're going to be announcing it in the paper, and wanted to know if they would also announce it in any of their mailings, websites, or emails. A lot of times they'll have at the front of the library as you enter, they'll have an agenda or a schedule of what's going on for the upcoming month and weeks. They may have a calendar in the library. They might have an email chain that goes out to those people that sign up announcing upcoming events. You want to make sure that they take care of that for you. And they typically advertise the lectures or workshops that they have within the library, either on poster boards or easels. You definitely want to take advantage of that. You can down something off of the Singer website that's specific for whichever lecture that you are performing. Blow it up to poster size. Um, and you definitely want to make sure that you have that in eye shot when people enter the library with a clipboard and sign up, because you will get a lot of people to sign up for that, and that's the main people that you're going to be at the library that day. But of course, I'm going to show you some other ways to get the word out elsewhere to help fill seats. So once the time is booked, you then contact as many media locations as possible for a free public service announcement or PSA. This would be your local paper, the main paper, the community once a week paper, your town website. So like each, I don't know, in your town, in our town, we have a newspaper that is common and goes to the mailboxes of all three towns surrounding our office. So this would be a good paper to advertise in, which I have for 15 years. This is a good way to reach the community on a monthly basis. And this is where you'd put, if you're currently advertising in there, an ad for the upcoming lecture at the library. Now, some of these papers will give you, and I know this paper that I advertise in as well, has something called the date board. And because you're a 501c3, you're able to advertise there. And it's a free lecture. They'll advertise it for you. So look into that. Your town might have a website that you can post this information to for upcoming events. Your local TV and local radio stations such as NPR, National Public Radio. Remember, if you cannot get into the library, which you should be able to do, unless you got a real crabby librarian, but I would still plug away. You've got enough evidence that you belong to a 501c3 that she has to honor it. And if she doesn't, I mean, you can mention it's discriminatory, and that should be enough to get you in. If you hadn't been able to get in before, she's got to honor it. So tip number one, Reed Davis from South Carolina says that in tip number one of my favorite things to do is to go out to libraries and do lectures there. The first thing you're going to need to do is walk into the library and introduce yourself to the head librarian. Do not call them. Do not email them. Have your business cards and packets ready to go. Go and introduce yourself personally to the head librarian or the person who makes decisions on booking out that meeting room. Of course, you're going to say that you're with the Foundation for Wellness Professionals and that you're a nonprofit organization, and that your duty is to go out in the community and provide service and educate people about health. I tell people we have a quota to meet each year, and this would satisfy one of my requirements. Of course, librarians are all about education, so they're going to love that. And you just go out, got to hit it off with the head librarian. So that's tip number one. Just make sure you go in there, look professional, have your packet ready, have this ready. Let them take a copy of it. Again, have it be up to date, but the website's right on there. Let them go on. Let them look you up. Tell them, encourage them to do so. Have them do it right in front of you if they like. Type in the zip code and your name will come up. So that adds credibility to your 501c3. Tip number two is to get the library to do some of your promotion for you. So like I was saying, some library events simply fill up on their own from their internal promotion within the library. Many do. Simply put out a sign-up sheet and a couple of flyers on their bulletin boards. But, that's good. That's okay. But only people who read the bulletin boards are the people who go to the bulletin boards to read them. I want an advertisement that catches the eye of people who are just walking by. That's why an easel is much better. So, getting good with that librarian the first time, and hopefully she won't oppose. Most won't, especially if you're going to supply the easel. And many of them will bring an easel out for you. Simply put out a sign-up sheet and a couple flyers on the bulletin boards and ask for your talk and topic to be listed in their newsletters, their websites, their emails. Many libraries rather, have their own PR departments that promote their events, and they will be accustomed to helping to promote. Not much. Reed leaves a stack of these flyers with sign-up sheets in the library. They will tell you where to put them. Most important is that you put one of the flyers on in an acrylic or plastic frame that stands up so it can be seen. So yeah, in as an alternative or in addition to, you get those little acrylic frames that stand up 8.5 by 11. You print out a color copy of advertisement for your lecture, and you can put them up instead. You just don't want something that lays flat, or something that's hidden on a bulletin board with others that could be covered up without you being there or knowing. Um, you want something that's a little bit more sturdy. So these acrylic plastic frames are fantastic. Better would be the easel, or both would be the best. The displays2go.com, by the way, you can find everything you need. Displays2go.com. Go to craft stores. I go to Michael's. I get everything I need. Those little acrylic frames. I think Walmart, Target has them too, but not always. So the craft stores are great for that. Tip three. So tip three is to now go out into the community around that library, to the grocery stores, the vitamin shops, to the cleaners, anyone. Go to the sandwich shop that you typically go to, and you have, you know everybody in it. All the merchants in the area that you've been dealing with for many, many years who know you, and ask them to put out these flyers about your community workshop. It's going to be at the library. No one's going to have any opposition to it. Better yet, spend a little money, put the acrylic signs at all of their shops too, so it's standing up and not laying flat or not on a bulletin board. So you can go to the yoga place, tell them you're doing a local lecture at a library and that you're a nonprofit foundation and you're going to be giving a lecture. So here's the beauty of it, okay? So this is how you get local merchants to help talk it up a little bit. You say, I'm going to be passing out coupons for to people who attend, for local merchants, so hopefully stimulate them to use you as, your business. Do you have any coupons that you typically use that you can give to me that I could pass along for you? Oh my God, no problem. You ask them that first, by the way, and then you ask them if you can leave a copy of the workshop advertisement with them. And if I got your little acrylic stand, would you mind just advertising? The more people I get to, the more I'm going to hand out your coupon to. Absolutely. So the more places you go and do that, the more likely you are to have butts in seats. So you're willing to pass out for their coupons for a free yoga lesson, 20% off of vitamins, whatever it is that they want to promote. And you're going to promote for them as well. Explain that at the lecture, you give away a coupon book and as a gift to those attend. And the coupons are from local businesses and vendors. This has helped to bring in new customers, grow their businesses. Would you be willing to provide any coupons, discount cards, or promotional items for us to distribute to you? In turn, would you be willing to put out a sign for us at people at the cash register, and they can sign up for our lecture? Now, of course, you just don't want to put out flyers. You want to put out a sign-up sheet. A sign-up sheet, very important. What is the most important thing on the sign-up sheet? Is it email or phone number? Both are important, but I'd rather have the email. That goes right into my constant contact. And now I'll reach you if you don't come to this lecture, and for something comes up unforeseeable, I got you in my database. I'll get you for the next one. So pick up all sign-up sheets 3 days before the event from all the locations and confirm that they signed up. Call everybody. Email everybody. A cool thing to add here is we send out tickets, like tickets that we had graphic designer make. I don't think I have a copy in here. And we ask them to bring the tickets to the workshop because the inference is that we're saving a seat for them. And it works. So if you want, but here's the thing: if you're going to do that dog and pony show and print and send them tickets and make them print them out, make sure you collect them from them when they show up, because I've seen that happen. Me too. I've done it. Our staff, where they get the tickets and then they show up and like, oh, I have these tickets. Do you need them? Like, no, we don't. So don't do that. Follow through with the dog and pony show. So if you want to double the number of people that appear at your lectures, then ask them to bring a friend. Tell them, I appreciate you signing up for my lecture. I really look forward to meeting you. And I'm calling to ask if you'd like to bring a friend or a spouse. I know it's easier to attend. You may want to come, but last minute may not want to go alone. So you're more than welcome to bring a friend or a spouse. You want to contact the local newspapers for free press release or a public service announcement regarding your workshop at the library or recreational center. Request an article in the paper as well. They may or may not give it to you. You can ask. I mean, listen, a lot of people are going to say no. I got into it once with a local cable company, public access. They just were giving me grief. And I'm like, listen, I'm a 501c3. And they're like, no, you're not. And I got into it with them. I just realized, you know what, let's just pass on this. And how many people watch that anyway? But put it out as much as you can and see what sticks to the wall. Contact your papers by going to Google and enter in your city, the state, and the newspapers. A list of papers and phone numbers will appear along with the editor's names. Call the editor, let them know that you're holding monthly workshops for free as a volunteer or just the one workshop as a representative of the Wellness Education Foundation. And you're going to be at the library. Let them know where your workshops are going to be. Ask them if they can email all that information each month and have the announcement placed on the event calendar section or health section of the paper. Each month, send the new topic. Since your workshops are free to the public, provide needed health information, and because you're a part of a nonprofit organization, contact your local papers, NPR, local cable TV stations. Simply take your Foundation for Wellness Professional certificate, brochure, or business card that shows that you're a foundation representative and go to the paper and show it to them in person. You can also have business cards made. Take a picture of it on your phone, send it to them that way. That's impactful. And send it to the person in charge of public service announcements. Tell them that you'll be doing monthly workshops. I mean, that's pretty powerful. You get the phone number or email of the person who's in charge of the PSAs and putting them on. Whether you reach them or not, if you're able to email them a copy of your card, your business card that says you're with it, from your phone. Say, this is Dr. Gupta. I'm part of the Wellness Education Foundation, which is a nonprofit 501c3. I donate my time to the community, along with several other doctors that belong to this 501c3 across the country, to educate the community on public awareness and health matters. I have a lecture coming up at the library. I'd like you to take a look at it, and it's also attached in this email. So the first thing they're going to do is look you up on the wellness. Tell them what to do. Go to the wellnesseducation.com. I think it's wellnessspeakers.org, but that's what it will redirect to anyway. And when it comes up, it says find the speaker. Click on that. Type in the zip code. My zip code is blah 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 blah. And you'll see on the website that my name comes up. It shows you that I'm part of this foundation. You can find out more about the foundation on the website. There's a copy of my card also attached. Please let me know if you'd be able to give me a mention on the radio regarding my upcoming lectures. Greatly appreciate it. Yours in good health. And again, you see what sticks. Contact your local public access TV station, do the same thing. Contact NPR, do the same thing. If there's an alternative health magazine in your community, one's by us called Awakenings, and oftentimes they too will give you a mention, especially if you're a nonprofit. And they have a section of their paper that they reserve for upcoming events, and they'd be happy to list it for you as well. So, now you have the library advertising for you. You have your own internal email database, hopefully, that you can email that to. You are now into merchants are out there as your soldiers, because you're going to be doing some promotion for them, trying to get people there. Now you have the newspapers, the local health newspaper or flyers. You got NPR, so you got people working for you to get people there. Your announcement should say, I'm Dr. Gupta will be presenting a free workshop on stress reduction at the Middletown Library on July 3rd at 6 p.m. This practical workshop will discuss the causes and solutions to this problem. Seating is limited. Call for reservations. And you have a separate phone number for Foundation of Wellness Professionals. I'll get into that in a second. Here is a newspaper PSA for calendar section of the paper. Very basic. A look ahead, 7 7 Wednesday. Okay. Selena chiropractor Brett Pennington presents a lecture on fibromyalgia, 6:30 p.m. Prescott Room, Selena Public Library. Here's a free article in the same paper. Lecture. So they were able to publish an article for him because he belongs to a nonprofit. Lecture day on fibromyalgia at 6:30 in Selena Public Library, Prescott Room, 301 West Elm. Fibromyalgia is characterized by widespread chronic pain in muscles and tissue, along with overall fatigue, Pennington said. The pain, which primarily affects women, so goes right into the article. This article on the free fibromyalgia lecture in the library and the notice in the look ahead section for the same lecture both ran once in the Selena Journal, which has a daily circulation of 30,000 to 31 counties in northwest and north central Kansas. You know that there were that many people in Kansas. Seems like they're all living in my town here in New Jersey, 30,000 people. Just kidding. So they brought 28 people. Actually, I might have 30,000 people in my town. Oh, my goodness. They brought 28 people to the workshop and 20 new patients into Brett Pennington's office in Salida, Kansas. Ooh, the slide's a little messed up. Sorry for that. Running free ads on local cable TV. Get the numbers for your local TV stations by going to Google and entering your city, state, and cable TV stations. Call and speak to the person in charge of the public service announcements. Don't get into a fight with them like Dr. Raj did. Go in person and meet them. Show them your foundation for wellness. This is where I went wrong. Show them your foundation. And you know what? Back then, I don't think there was internet and smartphones too, where I could have easily proved it to them now. Show them your Foundation for Wellness Professional certificate and or your card and tell them you wish to run an announcement. Just everything I had mentioned. So running free ads on National Public Radio, same thing. Scheduling guests who call. So when running ads in the paper, you can use a special phone line. Right. This is what I was alluding to. You want to have a separate phone line that rings that your staff knows to answer. Foundation for Wellness Professionals, may I help you? Or the Dr. Stinger's office or something else. You don't want to have them have chiropractic in your name or acupuncture office in its name, because there's a disconnect there, because you tell these people that you're marketing to that this is the Foundation for Wellness Professionals. So if NPR calls and it says, and even, you know, Dr. Gupta's office, that's not so bad, but Gupta Chiropractic, not so good. They're all of a sudden, I think I was just scammed if they had any doubt whatsoever. So you want to have that phone answered as Foundation for Wellness Professionals. So you have to set it up in your office. So you have a separate line. It's like a bat phone. And everybody knows when that phone rings, and have it ring a different way or light up a different way or both, so that your staff knows that they answer that one, Foundation for Wellness Professionals. So should a patient hear what that is, and that's awesome. Explain to the patient that you belong to this group. Your patient will be doubly impressed by you. People have issues with chiropractic and acupuncture. If you push these words when you answer the phone, respond to newspaper ads, you're going to have lower attendance. When a person calls to schedule, tell them seating is limited, and please, please, please call should they need to cancel. Get their name and tell them it's been an overwhelming response. We too have been very surprised but very happy. But however, if for every reason you can't make it, can you please, please, please call and let us know? That's usually enough to do it. Get their name and phone number. If they do not attend, call and offer a free consultation to help them since they missed the program. Always after giving directions, tell them that the program will start exactly at 7 p.m. So that they know that, and you say, please get there on time. We will start exactly at 7 p.m. It's disruptive when people are walking in, but so do your best to get there on time. Finally, let them know that they can bring a friend and ask if they would like to bring someone. They say yes. Find out who and when and try to schedule as many people as possible. I don't love this one. This is optional. I don't do this personally. I think this is a little much, and this will start to raise some red flags. But I guess if you have a very well-trained closer on the phone who can develop rapport with people, then this is something that I would go into. If you got a cold fish on the phone who's already like, what is this? How much is it going to cost? What are you selling? You certainly don't go this way. But if you got somebody on the phone who gets it, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to this." Yeah, I'm so under stress, and I'd like to employ. I can't, have the closer be smart enough to say, "Can't avoid stress. You got to learn how to cope with it." And if you develop a rapport, you could tell that person that with the workshop also comes a free consultation or screening. So if they would like to and if they book up quickly after the lecture. So if you'd like to schedule that now, I could do that for you before the lecture. I want to make sure that you get your choice of the litter. You're a really nice person. I enjoy speaking with you. And this is where you can book a new patient before the lecture even happens. Scheduling them for a consultation, screening, and or massage prior to your workshop is one way to save time the night of the talk as well. Confirming those who call in. When you call to confirm attendees, it does not make sense to call if they have reserved their seats in the last 24 hours. But if they have called 2 to 3 days ago, it is not best. It is imperative that you call and confirm them and make sure and remind them to print out their tickets and to please bring them. Anyone who cancels on calling to confirm should be offered the opportunity for a free consultation and screening. Now that's something you would definitely offer. If you know that you're not going to see them at the lecture, then you have nothing to lose. Then to say, well, you know what, Mary, while I have you on the phone, I'm terribly sorry you can't make it, but at the end of our lecture, we were going to offer a complimentary consultation to bring people in and talk to them about their specific stress and see if we couldn't help them. We're a wellness center. So that's a complimentary consultation, and you're more than welcome to take advantage of that. Would Monday or Wednesday work out better for you? And see if you can't schedule. Notice I didn't ask if that would be okay, or did you want to schedule? So at the library or other location, when you do your workshop, you can end by inviting the guests for a free consultation and screening in your office. And you can ask them to make a $10 donation in exchange for that consultation. And that money goes directly to the library so they can help buy books, computers, or any other thing that they may need. And when you give money to the location, no matter who the host may be, I promise you one thing, they will want to have you back. So I wouldn't go for the kill for a monthly lecture to book in the library. They want to first see that you're legitimate and your documentation proves that you are. So they'll give you one shot. They want to see how you do, what the response is. If everybody comes out irate, they're certainly not going to have you back. But if everybody comes out and you come out with $100 to donate to the library, I think you're good to go. So I would highly suggest doing that. So here's your library step-by-step procedure. You make initial contact with the library to set up dates for one-time show or the entire year if you're brazen. Start the promo 1 month before the event in any case. February's workshop promo will begin starting advertising in January. Create flyers, one for individual workshops and one for the monthly workshops, meaning that you could show, and this is a good idea, when you go to set up your first monthly workshop, and you don't need to talk to them about doing it for the whole year, let them know, and you can show them on a different piece of paper. These are all the different seminars that I present as a member of the Wellness Education Foundation. Here's the one I plan on doing. This is on stress, which is on a separate 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, blown up and further described as to the bullet points of that PowerPoint. But you have both. You show them this is the one that you want to deliver, and the other ones that you have, so you're already planting the seed. Create a list of attendee sheet for those who call to register. Also have sign-in sheets at the seminar, so you can compare. You don't want them to sign in seminar. You want to take their name at the seminar. You want someone to greet them, expect them, already have them down. Now remember, you're picking up the sign-in sheet from the library 3 days early and all other places that you've had sign-up sheets. Now, you want to replace them with other ones. You don't want to lose those last 3 days of leads, but you want to get on the top of the leads that you've got already. So bring replacement clipboards or pads so that you can leave it there, because you'll probably get more leads, especially at the library, within those 3 days while you're calling and confirming other leads. That day before, you get the remaining leads, and you will call them, of course. And you're going to have a list of everybody that signed up for and all their contact information. You put that in alphabetical order so that you have somebody waiting to greet them when they come. They walk in, you say, "Hi, can I have your name?" They got 2 tickets in hand. "Oh, Adams? Oh, John and Mary. Hi, good to see you. Thanks so much. Do you have your tickets with you?" "We do. Thanks so much." "Okay, come on in. Go ahead and help have a seat. Make yourself at home. Have a glass of water. We'll start in a couple of minutes." 4 weeks before, place flyers in the public libraries and other public free boards, grocery stores, health food stores, hardware stores, cleaners, the salad shops you go to, the sandwich shops that you go to, the sushi stores, anywhere that you can develop. And if you haven't, go make the relationship by asking them for um, coupons or promotions that they're doing, so you can hand them out to people at the end of your lecture. 3 weeks before, send an email ad using BCC, blind carbon copy, which means everyone gets a copy without knowing who else has been sent to. Okay, of course, to hometown newspapers and to cable stations. 1 week before, start compiling folders to give out the lecture. Make sure everything that you want to get hand, the surveys, the folder, whatever you want to give out. We give out pens and magnets, and we want people to go home with stuff they're putting on their fridge so they never forget us, even if they don't book that day. Make 15 to start. The day of, take account of the number of people registered. Add 7 to 10 for walk-ins, and make sure that there are enough folders and handouts for everybody that may attend. The day of, block out appointments in the schedule and make appointment envelopes with times for newspapers. So you're going to get your appointment book schedule ready. You're going to block out times where you can, or you're going to see what times are available for appointments. You're going to take those appointments, and your front desk and you are going to, the marketing team are going to communicate from that point going forward. Anytime a new patient would schedule at the front desk and take one of those available appointments, then they got to contact the marketing department. They got to exit off of their appointment on sheet so they know that that one's no longer available. 45 minutes before the lecture, to show up at the location and set up. Workshop, greet guests, have them sign in, or just you're going to take their name, you're going to take charge of that, give them their welcome gift, have them sit down or already be at the place setting. Make sure they have a pen, the folder, direct them to have a seat. CA introduces the doctor. This is something that I haven't done in a long time. Typically, oftentimes when I was lecturing, it was just me and my slide projector. Literally, I started with the slide projector, and now my PowerPoint computer. I never really had someone to introduce me. It is better. It's easier to have someone speak about you, your accolades, and especially if it's genuine than yourself. But I typically had no problem introducing myself, especially when speaking in the area. I grew up in the area. I highlight I'm a local guy, and the most important thing is you talk about your purpose to help as many people as possible, which is what brings me here today. I'm a member of the Foundation of Wellness Professionals, which is a nonprofit, national nonprofit, 501c3 that I belong to for so many years. I'm here to dedicate my time to the community on different health topics. And as long as you say that, that's your intro. Doctor gives a talk, and at the end, he offers a free gift of a consultation and screening that directs right back to the CA, or the person that's helping schedule for your chiropractic assistant. They schedule as many people as possible. You do that at the back of the room. So if you don't know how to do that, listen to my webinar on lecturing and closing a lecture. The following morning, place all the new patients into the scheduling system. They all get confirmed. You must call them, say, "I understand." It doesn't matter if it's just the front desk. They didn't meet anybody. "Hi, Mr. Jones. This is Tammy at the front desk. I understand that you met Dr. Raj last night when he delivered that stress reduction lecture." "Oh, yeah, he was great. Dr. Raj, he's so cute. Oh, he's so handsome." That's what they all said. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, my gosh, I wish. "Oh, yes, so I'm just calling to confirm that you booked that Tuesday at 8 p.m. That's right. Okay. All right. Well, listen, we just want to make sure that doctor's donating his time. He's got time set aside in his schedule. Mary, if there's any reason why you should not be able to make it, please give us a heads up, if you would not mind, as much time as necessary, so we can fill up Dr. Rogers' schedule. I know you wouldn't mind. Oh, absolutely. Okay, great. Thanks, Mary. That's how you confirm an appointment. That's how you confirm it. Now, if her appointment's not for 5 days yet, I'm calling again. I'm calling again the day before. Hey, Mary, I'm just calling. It's Tammy again. I'm just from Dr. Rogers' office. Just calling to remind you. All good? Okay, we'll see you then. All right. Thanks so much. See you then. Bye bye. You know where you're going, Mary? Oh, I know where I'm going. Okay, I'll see you. Sure? All right. I'm Tammy. Say hi to me. That's a good front desk. Developing rapport, making sure that the prospect of someone coming in feels welcome. It's like inviting somebody to your house. You want to make sure they get there. Hey, that second right is a doozy. Don't worry. After you pass that, that's how you want to invite someone into your office, and you want to make sure your front desk is able to do that. Compare the list to those confirmed, the sheet to the workshops to those people who actually came. You want to call. I love this. This is so smooth. Call to apologize to those who didn't show up, assuming that they must have had difficulty finding the location. Why else would they not come if they had confirmed? So you give them the benefit of the doubt, the ultimate benefit of the doubt that you tried. I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't get lost. Because I know I had spoken to you and you confirmed. I'm just worried. Anyway, I apologize if you were not able to find the location. But anyway, I want to give you the opportunity to come in and find out more about stress reduction. You missed the lecture, but we offered a complimentary consultation to those that came. And I knew you were so excited about coming. I can't imagine what happened, but I didn't want you to miss out on that. So I wanted to see if Monday or Wednesday will work out for you, because I know you'd want to schedule that, and I wanted to confirm. Give me a call. So, and that's the way you call people who didn't show. And I love it. I think it's very smooth. It gives them the benefit of the doubt, and it paints you in a picture that I'm just trying to help. And I'm so sorry that you didn't make it, because I was excited to meet you. Call and confirm the appointments of those that did schedule. Send email postcard to all others that came that didn't schedule, thanking them for coming, with an attached complimentary certificate for them to use at no charge for an obligation to see the doctor at a later date, should they decide they want to come in. Also encourage them to use the coupons and discounts that you provided from the local merchants and vendors. Keep all sign-in sheets and stress surveys for future reference and mailing of the workshops. You're going to add them to your constant contact if you have their email. Remove those that become patients. You can also announce this on Craigslist. I think that's back from 1972. Probably don't want to advertise anything on Craigslist at this point. Here's a list of lectures that I recommend you do for sure. I love stress management. How to prevent and eliminate type 2 diabetes. 5 secrets to permanent weight loss. Of course, how to turn your body into a fat-burning machine. Balancing hormones naturally. I love that one. Natural solutions to digestive problems. Natural solutions to arthritis pain, which is always a home run. You're going to realize who you'll attract there, Medicare patients, as long as you're okay with that. Natural solutions to learning problems and ADHD, and how to know when your kids are on drugs. Awesome program. Now, I will end this by giving you the best tip on how to sign up 100% of the people at the talk, or as many, increase your percentage of closes for sure. In addition to just offering that free consultation, describe what that consultation is going to entail. And this is why I love doing the stress lecture, because the stress lecture, you're talking about adrenal gland insufficiency. And those people that are craving sweet and salty foods and drink a lot of caffeine throughout the day for pick-me-ups, those that have difficulty sleeping, those that have low libido, those that have lack of energy, that's a lot of people. So that's going to pique the interest of many people that you're speaking to, because you're reaching a lot of people in the audience that have those symptoms, and that's adrenal gland insufficiency. So how do you know if you actually have this? Well, we could do a test called orthostatic blood pressure. I'm also going to talk about toxicity, because we don't get the proper nutrients, and we're a wellness center. So when you come in, we could do a toxicity test, which is a simple pH test, which is like testing a pool. So we'll know whether or not you're toxic and what your pH is. Also, we can do a metal toxicity test, which is a simple urine test. Lets us know if you have any metal in your system. We would get metal. Well, actually, you get metal from using deodorants and drinking out of aluminum cans and tuna fish cans or aluminum cans, or you get metal from water or eating fish. You get metal for so many different things. Teflon that you use on your nonstick pans. You'd be surprised where you get metal. It's all over the place. So be interested to find out if you have the metal in your system, if your adrenal glands are working properly, and if you're toxic. And we do all these tests, the complementary tests, as part of the consult. So boom, a lot of people are going to want to do that. Those are cool tests. So Dr. Singer always talks about how to make yourself unique and paint yourself as unique, and that is the tip. And you offer a free urine test for toxic chemicals, or do the pH test, or do the adrenal gland insufficiency. It's just cool stuff, and stuff that people would want. They see value in it. They know that they can't go anywhere else to get it, and they're interested in it. So, okay, I'm trying to open up the tab for questions to see if anybody has typed in any questions. It doesn't look like they have. Let me look under chat. No one there. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about what we talked about today, or how to get into a library, or really that could be applied to any place of business? It could be lunch and learn. It could be rec centers. It could be the Elks Club. It could be the Kiwanis Club. I love to lecture. That is my number one way of marketing that I enjoy. So setting up, and churches are a great place to do lectures, many of which would love to have you, especially when you belong to a nonprofit. And again, what you want to do is you want to take a donation for that consultation instead of making it free. $5-10 goes back to the church. And when you pitch that to the church, they appreciate it. You do help fairs for the church. They love them. Anyway, get out, get busy, get patience, get successful, help more people. This is Dr. Raj signing off until next Tuesday. Okay, have a great day.